A young man and his girlfriend shared a simple but happy life. Though he faced many struggles, she stood by him. One day, a famous celebrity visited town. During his performance, the celebrity noticed the young man's girlfriend and called her up on stage. "Don't even think about it, just ignore him," the boyfriend warned, but she smiled and said, "I'm sorry, he's much more successful than you," and left with the celebrity. Heartbroken and furious, the boy's world collapsed. Years passed, and one night, he decided it was time for a change. He returned home determined to become rich and famous. He started a business, but it failed miserably. "Everything I do fails, maybe I'm just a loser," he thought. Then, he stumbled upon an old computer and recalled his failed attempt at coding in his youth. He spent years learning and improving his skills, eventually creating a successful app that made him a billionaire. He was invited to speak at conferences, inspiring young people. At one event, a girl rushed up to him. "Hey, Tim, I knew you'd make it. Let's hang out tonight," she said. Suddenly, a beautiful woman grabbed his hand and said, "Sorry, babe, who's she?" Tim smiled and replied, "I don't know, just a random stranger." A woman boarded a train with her 2 children, making a call as the doors closed behind her. The train started moving, and suddenly she realized she had left her baby in a stroller outside. A woman standing nearby noticed and smiled, heading towards the stroller. But before she could reach it, a homeless man sitting nearby quickly grabbed the baby and began waiting for the mother. The woman who had seen the stroller now panicked, crying, "Help, he's kidnapped my baby." As a crowd gathered, they saw the homeless man tightly holding the child. "I was on the phone when I realized my baby was taken," the woman screamed. The crowd stared at the homeless man in disbelief. He remained silent, tears streaming down his face. One person shouted, "Why aren't you speaking?" Another added, "I give you money every day. How could you do this?" The police arrived soon after. "This isn't your child, right?" an officer asked the man. "No, but it's not hers either," he shouted. Just then, the real mother came running, and the homeless man quickly returned the baby to her. "Thank God," she cried. The crowd was stunned when they saw the woman who had been yelling run away, and the police chased her down. Everyone then applauded the homeless man and raised money for him. Drop your message in the comments. There was a young girl whose father was always too busy working, leaving her alone while her mother battled a severe illness. Over time, their financial situation worsened, and eventually, her mother passed away. Her father, overwhelmed by grief, lost his job and struggled to make ends meet. One day, the girl found a beautiful dress in her father's luggage and assumed it was a gift for her late mother. She altered it to fit herself, eager to surprise her father, but when he saw her in it, he furiously reprimanded her. A few days later, he disappeared without a trace. Years later, on her wedding day, a homeless man approached her and asked for a hug. Frustrated, she pushed him away and called for security. The man, struggling, shouted, "It's me, your father!" She ignored him, enraged. As he was dragged away, he dropped a letter. The girl read it. "Jane, my dear, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. The dress I scolded you for was meant for my boss's wife, costing $10,000. I was jailed for 10 years because of it. I love you." The girl, heartbroken, realized her father had sacrificed everything for her mother's care. She rushed to find him and asked him to walk her down the aisle. Drop your hearts in the comments. A woman and her boyfriend were walking when they noticed an incredibly luxurious car parked outside a restaurant. "I dream of sitting in this car one day," she said, admiring it. "That car is worth $1.5 million. It's like 10 years of my salary," her boyfriend replied. They entered the restaurant, sat down, and ordered. While waiting, she glanced at the counter and spotted an old classmate working there. Laughing, she told her boyfriend, "That guy used to have a crush on me back then, and now look at him. He's just a waiter." She walked up to him and said, "Hi, loser. You're still stuck as a waiter." The man smiled, but didn't respond. After their meal, they paid and left. Outside, she couldn't resist. "Take a picture of me beside this car," she asked her boyfriend, posing beside the vehicle. Just as she did, the owner emerged. To her shock, it was her classmate. "No way, you own this car?" she gasped. He smiled and replied, "Yeah, and I own that restaurant too." Flustered, she quickly left her boyfriend and ran after him. "Please forgive me. Can I be your girlfriend?" she pleaded. He looked at her and replied, "Sorry, do I know you?" Before driving off, drop your hearts in the comments.